Now comes to the another important subject, that is the pharmacology. Pharmacology has several applications throughout the medical life, because ultimately we have to prescribe medicine, so we have to always should have knowledge about the drugs. So that is the basis of pharmacology. So for pharmacology there are international books, there are national books also. First comes the national level books for pharmacology. Main very important book that is followed mostly in India, that is the KD Tripathi pharmacology book. This which shortly called KDT pharmacology book. It is very essential regarding the language as well as the concept. The volume of the book is quite large, but the language that are written are not so tough regarding understanding, and it is quite easy to remember also. And each and individual drug is well demonstrated here. This is the main advantage. Because different types of management, they are also quite in a well arranged manner. Besides, only an important advantage that the data that is present in book, that is basically follow what are the data that used in different medical procedure in our India. So on that basis the data is put. So this is quite good, because we have to ultimately do treatment in India. So regarding that, this is very essential. Another important thing that KDT has a huge volume. During revision, during exam, it is not actually possible to read every line of KDT before the exam night. So for that purpose, if we actually want to KDT throughout the life, the procedure should be followed during studying is as similar as like that of Robbins. We have to make important notes while reading KDT, any chapter from KDT, like different important topics, and seeing the previous year question, what are the topics that is mainly focused during exams. So regarding that, main important topics should be noted in our own notebook while reading KDT. But KDT's alternative book is another important. Not KDT's alternative, rather it is not to say good, rather it is quite easy to read another book, that is known as the Sandberg pharmacology. This is quietly essential for passing the prof examination. This is because the book is arranged in well manner, first of all. Second of all, the topics that is present in books and what is written in the books, that is actually follow the exam written pattern. So if we have to mark good score in professional examination, Sandberg is a good book. It's a well mannered book, rather say, because the topics relevance is quite good, and the important topics are written in such a manner that they are itself answers of our examination. So regarding that purpose, it is quite important. Besides that, Sandberg is also a handy book, and it is also short size book. Volume is not so large as KT, but most of the concept that is present in Sandberg, that is almost taken from KT also, actually, because volume is although small, but the concept is basically taken from KT actually. But there are some mistakes also in Sandberg. So regarding Sandberg, this should be careful. Some value regarding some information about drugs, they are quite mistaken in Sandberg. So while studying, this should be taken in consideration, that some mistakes are there. But overall the book is quite good, quite helpful for exam preparation, for revision during exam. Sandberg is a good book. Now another important book known as Lippincott's Pharmacology. Lippincott's Pharmacology is very helpful book actually in sense, because the language that is written, that is quite easy. Besides that, it is easy to memorize, and the very important advantage that regarding in each and every page of Lippincott there is important diagrams, and that diagrams that is present, that can easily we can memorize. Like that, for an example, suppose what are the side effects of the calcium channel blocker. So these side effects are normally written in normal books in a just a one line, like gum hypertrophy, like that, headache, like that. But in lipin code, what is the how they present, they actually write the side effects of calcium channel blocker. Then they give three important images, like one image of headache, one images of gum hypertrophy, like that. So they are easy to memorize because we can visualize the side effect here. So it is quite easy to memorize. Like that, there are many examples in lipin code which is given through diagram, so it is very easy to memorize. But the only drawback is the data that is put in lipin code, that is not so intensely correlates with the Indian treatment guideline, so there may be variation in large. So this is a quite drawback things I feel personally. But the overall the book is quite good, quite handy, and easy to memorize, and easy for concept building. And the last one that is present, that is the important book, another, Katjang's Pharmacology. Katjang Pharmacology is an international level book. It is a huge voluminous book, and the content in the book is that is present. The language is not so as much easy as the previously three mentioned books. The book has several diagrams. In overall aspect, the book is quite good, but it is not so preferable like other three books. So but if you can read it, then you can definitely read it. But the other three books are quite helpful in reading purpose than that. And the last one, another important book, that is the Garg's Pharmacology, Sir Govind's Garg's Pharmacology. This is a very important and very useful book during the revision time, because this book is very short and the concept that is written in to the point, and this is very important during the exam revision time. So if you do not watch Garg sir video, or like Garg sir's own personal app is also there, then you can study that.